Oh my God, look at her. What is she wearing? Who? The lady over there, with the bright yellow skirt and those ridiculous shoes. Yeah, I see her. What's wrong with her outfit? It's just so loud. And those shoes are so last season. I mean, who wears that to a coffee shop? Well, I think she looks confident and comfortable. That's all that matters, right? Confident? Comfortable? She looks like she just rolled out of bed and put on the first thing she found on the floor. That's a bit harsh, don't you think? We don't know her story. Maybe she's having a bad day and just wanted to wear something that makes her happy. I guess you're right. But still, it's hard not to judge when someone looks like that. Exactly, Sarah. That's the problem. We judge people based on how they dress, without knowing anything about them. We assume we're better than them because of our own fashion sense. You know, I never thought about it that way. But it's true. We do judge people based on appearances. Exactly. And we should do the same. We should focus on loving and accepting people, rather than judging them based on superficial things. In moments like this, it's crucial to remember that God may be testing us, not to watch us stumble, but to see us rise above with grace and compassion. It's about how we choose to act when faced with challenges. Instead of succumbing to judgment and criticism, we're called to embrace love and acceptance. It's a reminder that the Son of Man came not to condemn but to save, emphasizing the importance of showing kindness and understanding to those around us. As we strive to follow the example set by Christ, let's allow the Spirit to work through us, empowering us to inspire change in others through love and empathy. Remembering Romans 15:7, accept one another, then, just as Christ accepted you, in order to bring praise to God. Why not? She's basically asking to be judged with that get-up. That's exactly my point. We shouldn't judge her because we don't know her story. Maybe she's going through a tough time and that dress is her way of expressing herself. Sophia, think about it. God doesn't judge us based on how we dress or look. He looks at our hearts. And if we keep judging others, aren't we basically saying we're better than them? I never thought of it that way. But what about when people do bad things? Shouldn't we judge them then? That's where it gets tricky. Yes, we should acknowledge when someone does something wrong, but we should also remember that we're all human and we all make mistakes. Instead of judging, we should pray for them and for ourselves, so we can learn to forgive and move forward.
You know, I was reading the Bible the other day and it said something about not judging others so we won't be judged ourselves.
Exactly. Matthew 7:1-2 says, "Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you."
Wow, you're like a walking Bible verse. But seriously, it makes sense. If we keep judging others, we're basically saying we're perfect and that's just not true.
Exactly. And it's not just about not judging others. It's about understanding that we're all imperfect and we all need forgiveness. When we judge, we're essentially saying we don't need forgiveness, but that's not true. We all need forgiveness and mercy. You know, I think I've been doing a lot of judging lately. I need to work on that. We all do, friend. We all do. But the good news is that God is always willing to forgive us and help us become better versions of ourselves. You know, I think God sometimes tests us in situations like this, to see how we'll handle it. Will we choose to judge and criticize, or will we choose to love and accept? Absolutely. And if we keep judging others, we're losing our chances of forgiveness. We need to pray for those who may be struggling, and by doing so, we save our own souls. Jesus said, "Do not reject anyone who is evil." We all do, Sarah. We all do. But it's a process, and it starts with being aware of our own thoughts and actions. Exactly. Let's make a conscious effort to be kind and understanding towards others, even if they dress interestingly. Deal. And who knows, Maybe that lady's dress is actually a cry for help or a way to express herself in a world that's always trying to bring her down. Exactly. We never know what someone's going through, so let's just focus on being kind and praying for each other.
Please give, so that your business may flourish. Without giving there is no prosperity. Give your money today and you will see your profits coming. In the midst of the marketplace, hypocritical preachers lurk, their slick tongues offering prosperity in exchange for a sacrifice. Against the backdrop of business rivalry, they cunningly proclaim that your enemies are waging war on your enterprise. Yet, beware of their deceitful proclamations, for true success knows no shortcuts. As Proverbs 11:1 cautions, dishonest scales are an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Do not be swayed by false promises. Let integrity guide your path to prosperity, as authentic blessings stem from noble actions, not coerced contributions. Hold on, Alex, I understand your concerns, but isn't it unfair to judge a pastor just because he asks for money? Maybe he's using it for a good cause. A good cause? Like what? Funding his luxury lifestyle. I've seen his car, it's a Mercedes-Benz. And have you seen his suit? It's tailored, designer label. He's living large off the donations of his congregation. I see your point, but maybe we shouldn't be so quick to judge. We don't know the full story. Maybe the church is in debt, and he needs the funds to keep it running. Debt? The church is always packed on Sundays. I'm sure they're raking it in. And what about all the fundraising events they always have? They're always asking for more, more, more. It's like they have an insatiable appetite for money. I understand your frustration, but we need to consider the bigger picture. Churches need funding to operate, to pay staff, and to carry out their mission. Maybe the pastor is just trying to ensure the church's financial stability. Financial stability? At the expense of his congregation? I've seen people struggling to make ends meet, and yet they're still being asked to give more. It's exploitation, right? Plain and simple. I see what you mean, but let's not forget that the pastor is human too. He's not immune to the temptations of wealth and power. Maybe he's struggling with his own personal demons. Personal demons? You're defending him? I thought you were on my side. I am on your side, Alex. I just think we need to approach this situation with empathy and understanding. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Maybe the pastor is genuinely trying to do good, but his methods are misguided. Misguided? That's a nice way of putting it. I think he's just greedy. And what about all the times he's asked for money during prayer? It's like he's holding God hostage. Give me your money, or I won't pray for you. Okay, I'll give you that. That does seem a bit extreme. But maybe we should try to see the good in him, despite his flaws. After all, we're all human, and we all make mistakes. I'll try, right? But it's hard when I see people being taken advantage of. I just wish he'd focus on spreading the message of love and kindness instead of always asking for cash. I agree with you there, Alex. Maybe we should try to have a conversation with him, express our concerns, and see how he responds. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we should give him the benefit of the doubt. But if I see one more Mercedes-Benz in the parking lot, I'm out of there. Fair enough, Alex. Let's keep an open mind and see how things unfold. I'm telling you, Mike, that guy is a total loser. Alright, we can take this road to get to the restaurant. Are you kidding me? That's the road that goes past Jack's house. Oh, so what? We can't avoid him forever. Come on, Ryan, he's not that bad. Not that bad? He's the human version of a root canal without anesthesia. Remember the time he accidentally spilled coffee on your new shirt? Okay, I remember. But that was just a mistake. A mistake? He did it on purpose, Alex. He has a personal vendetta against us. Maybe he's just having a bad day. A bad day? He's been having a bad life, Alex. And we're supposed to sympathize with him? Oh, Ryan, you're so dramatic. I'm just being realistic. We can't trust him. What if he sees us walking by and decides to, I don't know, unleash his wrath upon us? unleash his wrath. You're watching too many action movies, Ryan. I'm serious, Alex. We can't take that risk. Let's take the long way around. Fine, but only because I don't want to hear you complaining for the rest of the day. Ha! Victory is mine. There he is, Ryan. What do we do? You know, Ryan, we're being kind of petty. Shh! Don't ruin the moment, Alex. We're standing up for ourselves against the forces of evil. Or at least, against Jack's grumpiness. You know what? I think we're being a little unfair to Jack.
Listen, boys, you cannot run away from me forever. You do not give yourself peace each time you see me. You loom over me like a lion waiting to tear me apart. But did David not face the lion with courage and bravery and tear it apart? Your fear is your own enemy. I am not your enemy. It is yourselves. If you avoid me, you have no peace. You might think you are making me suffer, but you are holding a debt inside of you that needs to be paid by forgiveness. Stop judging yourselves. Set yourself free. The more you pray for me, the more your hearts are set free. Remember the words from Matthew 6:14, "For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you." Let go of the chains that bind you and embrace forgiveness for true liberation and inner peace.
He is right. We need peace. And forgiveness is the only way to have it. We are sorry, Jack. Please forgive us. I know. I can sense the judgmental stares from afar. Pastor Moneybags, they whisper, always talking about tithes and offerings. But let me tell you, my friends, someone's gotta keep the church lights on and the pastor's suit looking sharp. Just kidding, sort of. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but Pastor, what about those who can't afford to give? Well, let me tell you, I'm not asking anyone to break the bank or sacrifice their last meal. I'm asking you to trust in God's provision and have faith that He will multiply your offerings. After all, didn't He turn 5 loaves of bread into a feast for thousands? And to answer your question, no, you can't pray someone into giving you money in exchange for God's favor. That's not how it works, Pastor. God's favor is not for sale, but in all seriousness, I want to emphasize that giving is not about buying God's love or favor. It's about showing our gratitude for what He's already done for us. It's about being good stewards of what He's entrusted to us. And it's about trusting that He will provide for our needs, just like He did for the Israelites in the wilderness. You have no right to tell me that, boy. Just get out of my sight. So, let's not make money an idol, but let's also not be foolish and think we can serve God without it. Let's find that balance and use our resources to bring glory to His name. And if you're still unsure, just remember what I always say, you can't put a price on salvation, but you can put a price on the pastor's new suit.